Oops, see, I'm not on my game. What's up? It's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV live. Gotta let you know right off the bat, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV. Having said that, man, look, in this business that I'm in, we meet a lot of people. Again, and I it's being repetitious. I've done a television show, 95 music videos some time ago, and like I said, you meet a lot of different people, recording artists I've met, actors, actresses, athletes. And sometimes it's not the people that are just those people that make an impact in your life. Sometimes it's just people that you see almost every day. Some people that you see just out there. I'm saying all this to say this. Today, I'm going to have a chance to speak with a guy who I know everybody in the Midwest knows, but now they're starting to recognize him on the West Coast, on the East Coast, Japan, all them other places, man. This guy has definitely made an impact. And I'm going to say this before I bring him on. There was a moment when I met this guy. There was a moment I went to his church. He pastored in my hometown, Gary, Indiana. Went to his church. Didn't know him. He didn't know me. But as he was doing his sermon, it was at the time, I think right after my father had died. He was doing his sermon. And after the church service, he walked up to me and said, "Hey, brother, I can see in your face that that something's troubling you, okay?" And that right there changed a lot for me, okay? And I can appreciate this brother. He is an author. He has a successful book, a couple of books actually. Light and Darkness is one of them, and Living Without a Limp. And I know that at one time, and I don't know if he restocked it or not, but Amazon had sold out of the book, okay? But, that's part of the journey, and we want to talk about his journey. Everybody, y'all want welcome Richard Wilford to the show. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? All right, bro.
I had to give you that whole intro, man, because understandably, man, people don't know when certain people come into your life, certain people touch you, and this is just me saying it from bottom of my heart, brother. I appreciate everything that you did for me.
Man, thank you, brother.
You actually had made me think a different way when it came to tragedy. And then, you were, at the same time, I had no idea that you were going through some things of your own. And, we just want to talk about your journey, man. We want to talk about, your triumphs, your tragedy. We want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what you're doing now, because you're very inspirational to not just me, but a lot of people. Okay. So, starting off, man, number one, welcome.
Hey, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thanks for the invite, brother.
And
good to see you again, man.
Yeah, man. And you know what? I apologize. When I was in Cali, yeah. I should have hit you up, but I didn't get a chance to. I forgot you was out there.
We got a no-fly zone, man.
Man,
yeah.
I know, man. I know.
Man.
See, now he gonna say we got it. Now he Westerner now. You know what I'm saying? He Westerner now. All right.
Gotta come see us, man. We gonna take care of you, man. We want to show you the place.
I already know, man. The next time, like I said, it'll be a few weeks. I'll be back, man. You're gonna be the first person that I'll look up. All right.
See you, man. Be glad to see you. It's good. Your hometown people, man.
Yeah, for sure. But man, it's like and coming from the hometown, the place that we're from, and it's not a lot of opportunities there, and you created a platform for yourself, not only in the service of God, but making sure that you serve the people, man. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
You mean starting from home or from here?
No, we're gonna get to here. Here is gonna be a whole different section. Okay, start from home.
I'm like everybody else, man. I grew up in the G, Gary, and thankful, grateful for it. I come up through the 70s, man, when downtown was the hot spot. and we had neighborhoods, and everybody knew everybody in the neighborhood. I'm
Hmm.
old school. I'm old school to the casket drop. I'm that Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers last night.
That was good.
You know what I mean? And we raised to treat people like you want to be treated. You know how it is, man. And so, all of us come from good stock. Amazing place, man. I'm just grateful for it. I did 18 years. Grew up Ivanhoe, Edison, West Side, and graduated. Went off to the service 10 years. It was way in the service, man. Is when I was stationed out here, so I got a chance to feel it for 4 years here, and then I went to Germany. And after Germany, then I went back home to Gary, and I was already preaching in Germany, and started pastoring in Gary. Pastored 20 years in Gary, and what an amazing time! What an amazing people, amazing churches, and amazing pastors, and just an amazing time, man. Just being used by God, man, to help make a difference in the lives of people, man. To try to inspire everybody we could. It's been a blessing, man, and we've just grown and continue to try to just be our best, man, and help as many people as possible, man. And so we made a transition out here. I felt it was time to make it, and I think Angelo's life, um, at the time of his death, I think afterwards we did as best we could, and it was just time to make a change, man. And I think I think you just have to recognize when it's time to make a transition, and I thought it was, and we had all the windows and all of the everybody was together, and everything was hitting at the same time, and so it was like, hey, let's make a move, and they were saying, come on, and so man, it's the best move I could have ever made, man, and I think I sat for possibly 2 years on the beach every weekend, man, with my chair and flip flops, and I think I truly, uh, really got some healing and regroup, got to know myself, truly who I was. I tell everybody I left from notoriety to obscurity. I moved to a place where nobody knew me, which allowed me the freedom to be able to figure out who I was and
Yeah.
what was going to be the next half, the last mile of the way, whatever you want to call it, for my life, man. And Angelo's life truly blessed me to be able to get up, get out, jump, go for it, leap, bust a move, peer, get off the pot, bust a move, live your life. You know what I mean? So I think
Yeah.
that sparks so much stuff, bro. So
Yeah, so let's take a step back a little bit, okay? And I hope it, you can stop me at any time if it gets a little bit painful for you. I
never,
came,
my man said, I ain't never scared.
I came to know you, man. Like I said, through that moment, but I didn't even know anything about Angelo and the fight that he was going through at the time. I knew nothing about it, and so when I was doing film and stuff back then, but uh, you asked me to just do something for you, and that's when I found out about Angelo. He came down to the radio station, did his thing, and um, how was that? I mean, because you never flinched during that whole moment. You never flinched, okay? But how is it knowing that you have a son that's battling? It's not you, it's your seed. He battling, and you see that strength, man. How inspiring was that to you?
Yeah, I flinched, bro. Flinch. I don't even flinch. Doesn't even explain it. I think I had so many people. We had so many people around us, and so much love, and so many people behind us, and so many people lifting us up, man. I think that really was, and of course the Lord. I think that's truly what kind of sustained us through it, man. And somehow, some way, man, we just decided that we were going to. I never forget when we heard when the guys walked in. And I told somebody the other day when we went down in Indianapolis to take a test,
Hmm.
and it just so happened that after he took the test, we were waiting for the results. Two other doctors walked in and said, "Hey, we're going to start. Um, we're going to put a port in Thursday and start his infusion." And so we were blown and said, wait a minute, those are in chemotherapy. They started using those words. Like, wait a minute, you use those words when somebody has cancer. And you say, yeah. Well, He said, y'all didn't know that? Well, no, we didn't know that part, man. So, so shocking to all of us, man. At the moment, man, we decided, and hey, I can't change any of this, but I can commit to God here with you every step of the way
Mhm.
as best I can. And I said, and if the Lord has given us, if this is the stage and the mic that we have, that God has given us, man, let us do our thing, man, to the glory of God. And and that's exactly what we did from day one all the way to till he went on to be with the Lord, man.
And
So
we was
man, I can tell you a lot of conversations. That one conversation I had going in Indianapolis, I said, Lord, you got the wrong kid. You have got to have the wrong kid. This is not the dope dealer, the gang banger,
right.
not the F student. This is not the skipper, the weed smoker. He's none of that. This guy's the guy that was playing with cancer. He was playing drums for 3 churches. This is the guy that still was enrolled in IUN. He was in high school early on, but he went on at IUN. He still had cancer. He wanted a job. He got a job with cancer. You know what I mean? With children, on his off weeks that we went down for chemotherapy, he wanted to go chemotherapy. He wanted to go back down on the other weekends to take gift cards and really try to inspire children and parents. So this dude did it, man.
He
And
did not stop. He did not stop. I mean,
yeah, so the unflinching was not me. It was that I wanted to. I'm telling you, my hand to God. The one thing I wanted to make sure was when he looked at me, that he didn't see me scared.
right.
Because a lot of times people look in your eyes to see where they are or see how you see them, and so I just wanted to make sure that I was there with him, man. And you get what I'm saying. So I'm grateful for him, man. What a blessing it was, and he did his job, man.
He
He
did
did
his job.
what he came to do.
He did his job. He brought a lot of people together. He brought a lot of people hope. He told people, look, I'm going through all of this. And if I can go through all of this and not complain,
Right.
what y'all got to complain about?
Hey, man, you can't really argue with a guy who had a spleen moved, a gallbladder, close to probably 80 to 100 blood transfused, 2 months in the hospital. I mean, you can't argue with somebody going through it, who loses their hair, somebody who goes through all of that. You can't argue with that
Can
when that
I-
person says don't complain because there's always somebody doing worse than you. But he's going through what most people, And this guy was going from ICU to the prom, ICU to graduation, I everything from it. He did an amazing job, man. And because of him, I think it's why I kind of see and do life good now.
Yeah. Everybody say hey to Ujimar and Gina Gatson right now.
My people.
What's up?
Hello.
All right, what's going down?
Yeah, we are talking to I call him Pastor. I don't know if he still like me to call him Pastor, but Richard Wilford. And he's got he's a author, Gina, by the way. And
Mm-hmm.
he's got a couple of books, Light and Darkness, and another one is Living Without a Limp. And he's a motivational speaker. And he got a bunch of hats, not just the one he got on.
Oh, no. Say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure if you remember me. I invited you to an event, and that's when I found out you were in California.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
That
yeah,
was sometime before the pandemic.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
so as you went through all of that, man, and I remember this basketball game that you guys put on, man, and I think the whole city and then some
Yeah.
came there,
Wasn't that amazing, man?
bruh.
Churches and the people. It was bananas, man.
It was crazy, man. And we got I was able to do it. I'm glad you guys let me do it. Actually, probably one of the last public appearances that he made, and the video, if you guys, I think it's still on YouTube. And he basically spoke to the crowd, and man, everybody, wasn't a dry eye in the house. Everybody just sat there, they listened, they took pictures, They shook his hand. And he was just strong, bro. And we appreciate you lending him to us for a minute.
Yeah, man. He wasn't mine in the beginning. He wasn't mine. I recognized that early on. That wasn't about, it was about. Just grateful, man, to be used. I mean, I don't know nothing greater than to be used by God to make a difference in somebody else's life, man. I know no greater joy, bro.
Absolutely. Everybody say hey to Chris Mills. Out in
Hey,
the
Chris.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, y'all?
like I said, we're talking to Richard Wilford. He's out in California now. He left the Midwest, man. He had to dip for a minute.
Oh,
Been a
yeah.
long minute though.
Dude, man.
So now he's going through all of that. And one more thing about Angelo. Angelo, this guy was going through cancer. I mean, worst cancer I ever seen. He even put X-ray up showing how it just ate his body up. But this dude was skydiving. He was doing all kind of stuff, man, that I'm not gonna do. I'm just saying right now, I ain't gonna do. But man, that was just such an example of courage and strength, perseverance. It was remarkable, man.
Say that.
Wow.
Amazing guy.
So now you're an author, man. You go and you think. Plus, you got a CD coming out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everybody needs to get up on this. Hold on, I'm gonna put something up there. This anticipated album is called Purposeful Experiences. It's out April 23rd. It's available on all digital outlets, Spotify, Apple Music, all of them. Okay, and it's also available at Audio Art Media. What made you want to write? Want to do a CD?
I'm gonna tell you exactly how it happened, man. I'm gonna tell you exactly. One day I had a thought, but let me. One day I was going to the movies. We were going to see a lot of movies, and I think I had went to go see about 5 movies, and I either fell asleep on them or walked out of them early. And these were like the main movies that when they came out. And one day I went home and I said to myself, if I can watch a movie, I could create a movie or star in one. I said if I could buy a CD, a music CD with the right help and the people around you, I could do music myself. If I could read a book, buy a book, I think I got stock in Barnes and Noble. If I can read a book, buy a book, I can write a book. And so it was from that day, man, that I said, what is going to be my contribution in this world? I mean, we support everybody. And Greg, you do a great job of that. You support everybody. Most of the stuff you do is without pay, man. But at some point you have to say to yourself, man, what's going to be my contribution? I can support everybody else. And so from that point on, man, I started writing. I always thought I had a gift. I always thought I had I won't call it a gift, but at least then you think, I think I have something to write. And so I started writing, man. Ultimately, to date, I have 4 books. At the end of April, it'll be my 5th book called, my book I'm publishing in April is called Inside the Mind of a Serial Thinker. So it just talks about, the thoughts that I've had and the blogs that I've written. It's just a compilation of them. And so I did that. And then I called Pastor Ferris Evans Jr. in Gary. I had a thought one day and I called him and I said, hey, man, I have an idea for a song. And he said, well, come by the studio at 6 o'clock tonight. I went by the studio at 6. By 9 o'clock, we had one song written. And so we just started working from there back in 2017, man. And it was magical, man. This guy is phenomenal. I tell him, man, he's a musical genius, absolutely gifted. If he can turn somebody like me into quote unquote an artist, he can do it for him. He's just that gifted, man. And
Yes.
said again, we just spent that time together, man. And I had one idea in mind. I wanted to do great music and great messages. We've lost this thing. That's why Earth, Wind, and Fire and Isley Brothers was so sweet last night, because that was the era where you could put lyrics on the album cover and we would read that,
Right.
because legitimate lyrics, man, they had messages. And so I wanted to do messages, good music. And so that's pretty much the basis of the album. And it's inspiration gospel. Is funny because if Ferris like Wilford, I don't even know what genre to put you in. It's not rap, it's not inspirational. It's not just gospel. It's not R&B. So, you know, we may very well have paved or started paving our own lane, man. I don't know what it is, but I know it has to do with inspiration, good music, inspiring people, encouraging people with a great message, and to really talk about the goodness of the Lord, man.
Absolutely, man. We have a varied a vast knowledge of people that are on my panel all the time.
Yeah,
Chris Bill's a record producer out in Las Vegas.
man.
Ujimar's a producer as well. Gina, she's an author. Okay, and you know we try to inspire all the time, man. Okay, so basically and I've been trying to get you on as you can attest to for a while. You know, you've been real busy, but we love it when people come on here and can be as as inspiring as we try to be, man. So with the stuff that's going on today, man, you got this trial that's going on right now, and you know the last time something happened, especially with this case, actually, when it first came up and first happened, everybody went crazy. You know, they started looting, they started doing this, they started doing that. Can you give us a feel of what you feel about everything that's going on with this case right now?
Heartbroken, man. You know, you would think in 2020 we would not be here, but we are. It really shows the ugly side of racism and discrimination, man. And I think this world has to take a look, and in particular, those who are guilty really have to take a look at how wicked and how up this world really is, and really begin to have that conversation with them, make changes, man. You know, good God, you know. So yeah, I'm heartbroken by the whole thing. There's not enough money in the world you can pay somebody to replace a loved one, man. You just can't. I don't care how much money. It will not replace somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's husband. It will not. So our work is on the front end, on the back, but our work is prevention on the front end. And so, you know, we're just praying to that end, man, that, you know, that this country wake up.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, and people. But you know, my thing is that after everything is said and done, and this is just my thought, if it goes the other way, and we know what the other way is, then we're going to go back to this mentality of, well, I'm going to loot, I'm going to steal, I'm going to rob, I'm going to do all of this stuff. Okay, how do you get people out of that?
I don't know, man. You know, I don't know at all, man. I know we have displaced anger and frustration. Um, I just think whatever you're gonna do, it makes no sense to tear up your own stuff, man. That makes no sense to me at all. Why would I tear up my own stuff, man? I think leadership has truly step up, you know, and I think when leadership is not present and audible, I think people, you know, I got this thing. My pastor used to say there's a difference between a crowd and a mob. Both of them, people move in crowds and mob because they can throw the rock and hide the hand. There's no responsibility, and that's why that happens when people move in mobs and crowds, man. Some kind of way, you know, those who have voices, leadership positions and voices, need to be the ones speaking, man. You know, it starts in your own home. You know, those who I am responsible for, I need to have a conversation with, you know, as it relates to how we're going to deal with it and hear how they feel about it. I think. And it just moves up that ladder. Leadership is responsible, man. When leadership doesn't speak, people take matters into their own hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how readily are you available to hear from people who see your story, they know your story, they've read your book, they've heard your audio, and the reason I'm asking because a young lady just inboxed me and said that she shared her story with you. She doesn't know you, but she just shared it with you on Messenger a while ago.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah. I get that all the time, man. I'm not pastoring right now. I am in a church, a Second Baptist church in Oceanside. My pastor C. Price. I'm associate minister there, man. But I swear, I've never ceased since I've left, and it's been coming up on 3 years since I haven't been pastoring for 20 years. I'm still getting my messengers always filled with people impromptu counseling, encouraging, inspiring. That's it. So I'm available, man. Reach out, messenger. You know what I mean? My email, pastorwilford@aol.com. I'm still, nothing changes, man. And the people at home are no different than the people that everybody goes through, man. I just think we have to be available. Matter of fact, I fell out with a girl I was dating because she was like, "Why would you make yourself so available to somebody?" I said, "Because that's what I'm called to do."
There it is.
That somebody has to be available, and people have to be available. I recognize a 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning call. Trouble don't happen 9 to 5, man. People go through at night after 12. Matter of fact, when I was at church, when I was pastoring, I wanted my television, my ministry to broadcast after 12, because that's when most people are up that cannot sleep, that are going through. I wanted to do the midnight hour, man, because that's when people are truly going through, and somebody has to stand in the gap, bro. Somebody has to be available to pick up the phone to kind of help people get through. People help me get through. I think it's my calling. I don't want to do nothing else but help other people get through the tough time, because people don't need you always. They don't need you always.
You sound like Ujima. Ujima said that 30 times, Uji?
That's real life.
They don't need you always, man. But you ought to be there for somebody other than yourself, man.
Mm-hmm.
Other than yourself. Good God. Other than.
Absolutely. Anybody, Jim, you got a question for Pastor Wilford?
Oh no, no, I'm just appreciating what he's saying. There's a lot of real talk going on. You feel me? You gotta see where your calling is, most definitely, for the simple fact that we're not here for nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for nothing. So, if you can't find your calling, if you can't pick something and just go at it, you know what I'm saying? You really wasting your time. You're wasting your life. I mean, because when you dead and gone, they're gonna say what, well, he was just there, he lived and he died. He didn't make no type of he didn't give us nothing.
Right.
I study, that's one of my things. I study, try to give something. I study, try to leave a piece all around this earth if I can, on myself.
And you should always try to leave a legacy, some type of legacy. And I appreciate the fact that you're reaching people with different channels through, music, through books, all different type of channels. You don't see a lot of people who could do that. Just be a roundabout person like that in a positive way. And you can see God is using you as a tool, because there's a lot of people out there that need that.
Transparency. If you ask me, I'll tell you, I heard Steve Harvey say this morning, it's diversity and transparency. It's not just radio, it's television. It's, it's wherever you can do it. Be the same person, but you got to be transparent. It is too many fake and funny people out here. And somebody got to be real. Somebody got to shoot straight. Somebody got to tell the truth. And I think that's what people are looking for. Genuine truth and transparency, man, and being real. Ain't nobody perfect. Just be real. All of us I'm going to do a thing about mistakes. All of us, I don't know why we live in a world where we act like we can't make mistakes. All of us didn't blew it. And blew it bad. And if you ain't blew it bad, just keep on living. You're going to blow it. But you know what I mean? But man, you can live beyond your mistakes. You live in, bro, and then you turn.
Mm-hmm. You have to turn those mistakes into positivity. You got to do something with it.
Absolutely.
If you don't do something with it, then that's when you're called a fool.
Right.
What you talking about, Willis? You calling a fool? So, Pastor. So now that you got this, the CD is coming out. Are you going to be making appearances?
Yeah, you know what Ferris said? Pastor Evans, I call him Ferris. He said, Wilford, at some point you're going to have to perform these songs. And I was like, early on, we started. I was like, I didn't think that far. But sure, man, I just want to be used, man. This this is bigger than just a CD, man. I recognize that everybody does not get this opportunity,
right,
to put a CD out, man. I read, just like writing a book, everybody doesn't get a chance to publish a book. But so I recognize that, man. But this is big to me. It's bigger than a book. For me, bro, I am the poster child, or I stand on behalf of everybody that's been through something, to say it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond. And I could have given up a long time ago. Listen, when you go through tragedy, the world gives you a pass. You get a pass, like a hall pass in school. You get a pass to sit down and don't do nothing. And if you never do anything, the world will say, well, he lost his son. But you got to push the pass back across the table and say, I don't want the pass. I'm going to live my life in a way that brings honor to my loved ones, man. That if my kid is in heaven, I want him to be proud to know that I did not use his death as an excuse. But I'm going to go ahead and live my life to the glory of God. I'm going to help. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to do my best. So this CD, man, is, like I said, I'm just so blown away at the music. There's so many great musicians and people who are singing on it, man. It's just a major compilation. Gary is amazing, man. The gift and talent that come out of Gary that reached this world is absolutely amazing, man. I just think we have to appreciate it more. And I think you doing things like this helps to promote and love that we celebrate where we come from, man. Because sometimes it's not till you get away that you recognize how blessed we really were, man. They don't have it like we got it. We just don't appreciate it.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
Gary folk got swag. Gary folk got style. We have Southern hospitality. Everywhere you go, we're going to link up somewhere, man. We good people at heart. I mean, and everywhere you go, man. So, again, I just come to represent. Oh, man, I messed that up. I come right out here to represent where I come from, man.
You got dark in California quick, just like that.
Oh, it's crazy. He came back then. No, it's sweet, man. Good. But man, but it's amazing. And I think that's what this album is about. Just sharing how good God is, inspiring people. We talk about some tough subjects. We have one song on the CD that talks about get out of the four walls. And it's so crazy, and Sky's on the album, and it's so crazy that we wrote that long before the pandemic, before God put everybody out to church. We wrote that way back then. We talked about get out of the four walls. You can't help nobody sitting inside the building. Right. Everybody need the help is outside. So we got to get out, man. It's amazing, man. I can't wait for you to hear it, man. We just covered just a plethora of subjects, things that people go through, and we just try to offer some inspiration, man. And so I think I'm just super excited about it, man. The opportunity.
But bro, I'm excited about it.
You can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I followed you. I already know what you're doing, man. But when you told me, Greg got a CD coming out, I'm like, shut up. Got a CD coming out. Okay, cool. But you gotta come back to the Midwest and let everybody, see you, press, break bread with it with everybody, man. But I made sure, man, and this is what happened. I wanted to make sure that this platform, number one, everybody here is in different cities. Okay, everybody around is in different cities, but everybody is from Gary. Every single person on here is from Gary. There's a couple other people that come on here as a panelist. They're from Gary. I wanted to make sure that everybody across the United States and over the world knows that Gary has something. This is our hometown. We're always going to represent. We may not be there, but we're always going to represent. And we have a lot of people that are doing some good things. And success does not mean you got a gang of money. It means that you're making an impact. It means that you're doing something.
Absolutely, brother. Amazing. I'm telling you, amazing people, amazing people. It's always been about the people. It's always been about the people. Just amazing. They come from where we come from, man. I'm excited about that. Matter of fact, we're going to do the listening party we're gonna do a virtual listening party. We're gonna do it on the 23rd of April. So I'm planning to come back, sit in the studio with Ferris, and we're just gonna run through some songs and talk about it. So we're inviting everybody on Facebook to hook up with us on the 23rd, and then the CD will go up that night. And that just so happens 24th is Angelo's birthday. So we just excited about sharing. Again, I can't say it enough, man. It's not just about me. I stand on behalf, I run interference for everybody who's been through something, and to say that you can get up. I know you've been knocked down. I know that back. I know you know, life slaps you, man. But you get back up, keep going, man. And I'm just convinced, man. I'm 54. I don't have forever to live. I do what one writer says, live with the end in mind, which means one of these days we leaving here. If your kid die when you're 20, you cannot deny the fact that life is not as long as you think it is.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what's most important is that I be as effective as I possibly can and do the most and best I can with the days that I have left. I'm 54. I got more behind me than I do in front of me. So I'm busy trying to do the best I can. I want my name to land in the area. I say my arrows to land in literature, in ministry, and in music, man. That's what I want to do. And family. That's what I'm gonna do, man.
That's what's up.
Nothing else.
That's what's up. Chris, you was gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say last night my favorite part is when they played Denise Williams from Gary. That was my favorite part of last night.
Well,
And when that happened, I was like, yeah, we everywhere. We everywhere with that one. With that one, to me, being the best verses that it was between all of them last night, because that was, man, that's over. You can go pretty much over 200 years of music right there. Everybody that was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a celebration last night.
yes, sir. I love it.
Second hour, we're gonna break that down for real. We're gonna break it down, so stay tuned. Just want to get this hour to my brother, Richard Wilford.
Super honored, man.
We honored to have you, bro. So as this goes on, man, how far do you want this to? How far are you going to take this? I mean, are you going to start? Are you going to do because I know a lot about you. Okay, so the next step is visual.
Absolutely, man. I dream about that, man. I've already envisioned stuff like this, man. Movies. Listen, you got to take the limits off. I don't know where it's going, but I'm telling you, this message is for somebody, man. You have to move the limits out of you have to stop this limiting belief of what can happen. When you stop saying what can't happen and say anything is possible, man. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm a living witness. You can do anything, man. If you put your mind to it, you get in the right environment, you stop downing yourself, and you get away from people that always tell you what you can't do and get around people that can help inspire you, develop you, they can help hone you. You can do anything. Anything, man.
Definitely. Everybody say what's up to Maurice Bishop.
What's happening, Cap?
Hey, Maurice.
Hey, how you doing?
Richard, he out in Nashville, but he's out in Nashville. Guess where he's from?
From the G.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Everybody, man. Everybody. If I can get everybody on Cara, what's going on, Cara Adams? She's in Illinois, I think.
Yeah, to add on to what Pastor was saying, you know what I'm saying? We got to get out of that scared. It's being more scared. That's why people don't want to go outside or try to create their own lane, because they're scared to make that jump. You know what I'm saying? They got to leap off on faith, because I always say, if you're complaining, then you're not praying. You know what I'm saying?
Leap. So, you got to take the leap, man. You can't. The biggest negative thought that I battle with, man, that makes me hesitate is, what will people say? What are they gonna say? Just like doing a CD is like, okay, now here's an opportunity, man, for people to throw the darts and shoot at you and cut you down. But at the end of the day, man, who cares, man?
Hey,
go for it, man. You'd be so happy that you
gotta look at it this way, because I've been doing music since '94.
Okay.
And everybody's not gonna like what you're doing, but you're gonna have some people out there that likes what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones that don't like you gonna follow you like they like you because they want to see what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My motto is haters ain't nothing but fans that don't know how to show that they like you.
Wow.
That's all it is, bro. Because they know everything about you. You know what I'm saying? And they're following your every move. So, and you know what you're doing might inspire some people that were scared to do it before. You know, they're like, yo, I can do music. You know what I'm saying? If Pastor can do it, I sure can do it. You know what I'm saying?
You can, man. You got to get out the box, bro.
And
out the box. I don't even know where the box started to stop, bro.
And another thing is doing positive music. It's not just doing music. You know what I'm saying? It's doing music with substance attached to it, because it's a lot of people that's doing music to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And it's people out here that's doing music to help change. We always say music helps us with everything in life. It helps us, so we get a chance to hear it, and we might be going through something, and somebody just come out with a song, or you hear a song that's going to bring from here and bring you down levels. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, man, keep doing what you're doing, Pastor, man. Like you said, don't let nobody tell you can't. And when they say they ain't gonna let you, ask them who is they, so I can meet them.
All right.
That's real talk, man. Now you got my brother Ben. Are you and Ben related, right?
Ben's my cousin, man. Yeah.
So you know what, Ben? I'm gonna tell you a story, real quick story about Ben. Ben came to me when he was 17 years old, when we down at the studio where we was doing the
what was it called?
925.
925. Yeah.
Yeah. So and he didn't know anything. He was getting ready to graduate that year. Didn't know anything. He asked me, can I go into the and you know, can I move around? Can I check everything out? Checked everything out, man. The dude learned the next day how to switch, you know, do a switcher, how to do the camera. He knew how to do everything. Ben is like a sponge, okay? And I never knew that he was your cousin until Angelo.
Okay.
And I never knew his cousin. Fantastic person, man. And I'm telling you, man, when you get ready to do your visuals,
oh yeah,
you know, Ben's the best guy to do it. Okay, I'm gonna assist him because I want to get in on it too. I want to make sure, because I know some stuff too, but I'm gonna get in too.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Sky's the limits, man. I say you're gonna be so mad at yourself when you finally get that it was in you all the time. All of us are gifted. You just got to spend the time. I call it mining within. You just got to spend some time alone to figure out what it is and go for it. But the first thing you can do is get to the end of your life, man, and look back and see where you didn't do it because, like Bruh said, you was afraid, you drug your feet, you know, you worried about what people gonna say. And
yeah, bro, you'd be surprised how many people are just scared. I mean, I had a sister, and she was multi-talented. She was one of those kids back in the day that was, you know, that was one of those that helped design the village, you know, in grade school. And fear just took over everything after that. You know, after everybody told her how good she was, she didn't think herself how good she was. They just tell her, baby, you good. You know, all you have to do is do it. All you have to do is go. And, you know, it was a life wasted, but oh boy, every time I think about how good my sister was, you know, she was awesome. And she just never did act on what God gave her, you know.
Fear.
Need more people to run interference, man. Because the people like that, really people to recognize the talent. My buddy Pastor Gardner, his daughter had, I'm talking about years ago, she had a poster on her room door, and it was Johnson, and it said, ride on the belief of other faith in you until yours catches up. Which simply means that you have to, when you don't see it for yourself, believe in what others are saying, man, and ride on that until yours catches up. But somebody has to see the talent and say, come on and help and be willing to invest, man. You know, selfish, man. You know, you got to help people. I'm trying to open doors so, you know, everybody to call me with a question. Have you noticed everybody now want to charge money for advice? everybody want to charge for
Hey, Pat, Pat,
charge master classes, and you don't even know nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're the only race culture that try to charge for knowledge. Every other race passes it along so they can keep going from generation to generation to generation. And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I can help you because I'm not intimidated by you. You can help people when you're not intimidated by them. When you're not afraid that they're gonna take your shit, you can help people, man.
Yeah, and my thing is, I give them the knowledge, because one, they can't do it like I do it, for one.
Exactly.
And the second thing is, I want you to get where your dreams are going. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get there. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me any question about music, business, politics, whatever, I'm gonna give you a straight up answer. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna do any of that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to pretty much give you the knowledge that I already have, because it was taught to me. So it'd be stupid for me to keep it and not teach it to someone else.
Come on, right?
Go ahead, Gene.
Absolutely.
No, it's just powerful that the message that you're sending out, and it's just so crazy. What you said is so true. People want to get out there and charge for everything, you know, and you don't even know if they know what it is that they're selling you. Do they really have the knowledge? You know, it's so many out here. And the crazy part that I see, because, you know, I'm in real estate, the crazy part that I see is the same things that you can get out there and do for free. People are charging you to do it for you.
Yeah.
And that's because, you know, people don't open their mind. They don't get out there and they don't learn, and they don't, you know, get out there to find out for themselves. So they get taken advantage by individuals like that.
Absolutely.
You know, this is what I've told. I've said this plenty of times. All right. Me personally, I can't speak on what I don't know. I don't know how to pastor. I can tell people, you know, this and that, all right, but I don't know how to pastor. Maurice, you know, Bitcoin, I can't tell him about that. You know, Chris, I'm not a record producer. I can sing, but I can, you know, I don't write books, okay, Uji, you know, I don't produce people. I don't do that stuff. I can only speak, and this is what I love about each and every person on here too. Everybody speaks their knowledge. Everybody speaks their truth, all right? You got some that have come on this platform, Pastor, just so you know, to try to make us believe what they have to offer. Okay, trying to make us. I mean, and they get angry because we're not agreeing with what they're saying. You know, and you know, Chris could speak on that as well. You're on mute, Chris. You're on mute.
It's not that I don't believe them. It's just when they telling me what they're doing, and I know it's the wrong way to do it, and I'm trying to explain to them how to do it the right way, they get offended. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So after that, I just tell you good luck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not the type of person that's gonna argue back and forth with you, because what they're going through, I've been through already. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not a loss, it's not a mistake, it's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't learn from it and teach it to someone else, what's the use of learning that lesson?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's a lot. I don't say it's a lot of people, but it's a couple people that tried to come on here and explain to us what they're doing, saying they had the rights to do this and do that. And I was like, well, just make sure you got it all in writing. No handshakes, no verbal. Make sure you have it in writing, because papers makes the best friends all the time.
Wow. Man, that's
it's crazy, man. But you know, like I said again, we all speak our truth. You don't have to believe me. I'm only telling you what I know. Don't have to believe you. You're only saying what you know and what you have to offer. And some people don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear that fallacy. They want to hear the you know, you the best. You the man. This is what you do better than anybody. Okay. But in reality, you know, you could use a little help with your vocals. You know, you could use a little help. And I'm here to tell you the truth. And you mentioned something earlier too, Pastor, about that box. You know, I think each and every one of us has spoken on this. All right. When you're in that box, everybody that's in that box with you, they're going to love everything. They're going to love everything about you and this and that. They're going to try to keep you in that box. so that you won't surpass anything that they're trying to do. All right. How important, and if you can tell people how important it is to get out of that box.
Yeah, I think you got to recognize the box, that you're in the box first, bro. You got to recognize that even in being raised. I mean, so you talking about how far you got to go back. I was talking about ASK. I did a morning video about ask. We don't ask. We don't open our mouth and ask because as children we've been traumatized with asking. When you go to this grocery store, don't you ask for nothing. When we go to people's house, don't you ask for no water. We've been traumatized for asking, and children that are afraid to open your mouth and ask ultimately become adults that's working for a lower wage.
Yes.
That receive and accept substandard service. They get in relationships.
Fact.
Not getting what you deserve in this world because we are afraid to ask, man. You have to open your mouth. The same thing your mom and my mama said. If you want something, you better open your doggone mouth and ask for it. But the same person who said it was the same person who traumatized it too. So my point is, gotta go back.
That's facts. That's facts.
Why you are the way you are. Why you? So again, you talk about a box. There is no physical box, man. This is all mental.
Right.
Yes, sir.
If all of us are raised, you didn't ask me to preach it, but listen, all of us raised with, you ugly, you're dumb, you got big lips, big nose, you're black, you blah blah blah. We were all raised with all around us, man. This stuff helps to shape us, man. It shapes how you think about yourself. Dumb. People with the front. So if I think bad about myself, I don't think I deserve. So you got to look at how you look at yourself. Nobody's putting you in the box now, bro. This box is mental. When I don't think I deserve nothing, I don't go. When I think because I made some mistakes in life that I don't deserve to be happy, and I just have to accept what this world offers me as crumbs. I just humble down and accept them. And that's crap. You got to change I had to change my whole thinking, man. And so I'm saying, you got to remove the walls of the box. You got to get outside the box. I talk about Peter. I said, why does Peter in the Bible, why was he able to walk on water? And the answer is because he wanted to. He believed he could walk on water. So now you cannot stop a person that believes it about themselves. That's where it all starts, man.
Right.
I think that's the box. When you remove them walls, sky becomes the limit. You can do anything, man. You can do anything and all things through God's help, with the help of other people helping to develop you. Like my brother said, you got to listen to somebody other than yourself to help you get there. And, I think that's where it is, man. What wall?
Absolutely. A lot of people don't know, but everybody on this panel knows Ujimar is my brother. That's my youngest brother. Okay. Been through trials and tribulations, man. Okay. Can still sit up here and smile and laugh and joke about stuff. So he was laughing about something a second ago. Okay. When you was talking about how our parents used to tell us. Speak on that, Uji.
I mean, I'm from that era, but I asked for stuff anyway. I didn't care. I didn't care. One thing, they'll tell us don't touch nothing and different things like that. But my father always would say, closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? Right off the top. So, it's a little mixed up, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep my mouth open because I'm gonna ask for everything I need to know. I'm gonna ask questions, everything. If I'm gonna get a whooping, I'm gonna get a whooping. It is what it is. It's only gonna hurt for 5-10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I wake up in the morning with a couple whips or something, but I'm asking until I get my ass beat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with it. And I appreciate my parents, because basically you gotta understand that when they told you don't touch nothing and this, that, and the other, it's because they didn't want to pay for it. They didn't want stuff getting broken. They didn't want you being one of those rowdy kids around their company, like they drop you off at their friend's house or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you playing with they friends' kids. They don't want you tearing up their house. So they automatically say, don't touch nothing. You know what I'm saying? Leave stuff alone. They don't say don't touch nothing, and I understand how this works. like it was just said, you know, we get the mentality of not asking, not touching, not doing nothing when we get older, and that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got to understand, like I said, in some households that probably is the instance. But you know, I grew up in a household of total respect. That's what it was all about. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between respect and being scared.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you know, that's why I was shaking my head, because that's totally true of what you was saying. But you know, I knew that I kept my mouth open. You know what I'm saying? But I made sure that, you know, my parents right now, my mom right now, will tell you, if any of her friends was to mention the Gray Boys, we are some of the most respectful boys that any of their friends. How would I say that? Any of their friends, kids. We about to be the most respectable family. Period. You know what I'm saying? We was raised on whoopings, and we was treated right. We was raised on whoopings and treated right, if that makes sense.
Oxymoron. That was an oxymoron.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Plenty of Bible. We were actually raised by the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we did wrong, it was scriptures quoted to us, read to us. And every time we got beat sometimes with that switch of that belt, she was quoting scriptures and stuff. You feel me? And at the end of the whooping, you know, I love you, son.
Right.
And that's that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't whooping you because I hate you. I'm whooping because I love you. I don't want you to keep on making these same mistakes.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, all that goes a long, 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 long way. You know what I'm saying? I'm, like I say, I'm Ujima, and I'm probably a little bit different than all my brothers and stuff. I chose the wrong path to go down, and, you know, I accept that, and I learn from it, and I tell people about it. You feel me? At the same time, so people don't make the same mistakes I make.
Which is why we have you on here, because again, Pastor, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but we have, like I said, everybody's diverse. We have a bunch of diverse, and my brother's very open and honest. He's been in jail. He's been in jail before. Okay, and this last time it was like they didn't want him to go. They didn't want him to leave jail. They wanted to hold him in there, keep him in there when he was out. They said, "Yo, come on back, man. We want you back. Come on."
Yeah, study going through trials and tribulations, but like I said, it ain't nothing but a path I walk to try to get to that greater place, most definitely. And you know, I ain't nothing but motivated to keep on striving. You feel me?
Absolutely. So, Pastor, man, hey man, look, it's 7:57. I definitely appreciate you coming on here and giving us this very, very inspirational moments, man. Okay, it's a whole lot more that we could talk about, man. But we invite you to come back.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah.
We definitely want I want everybody to go out there on April the 23rd. Support. It's Richard Wilford, Purposeful Experiences, with the help of Ferris Evans Jr.
Yes, sir.
And it's April the 23rd, 2021. Of course, it's available everywhere on all digital outlets. So you guys just go, listen, check it out, support. We're gonna post this on my page so that everybody can go ahead on and make sure that they support the pastor. Right? Hey, Pastor, give us something to go out on, man.
You know, I'm super that. Listen, set me up. Listen, the reason why you ought to do it, everybody has something you saying to yourself, I should do this. I'm saying you behind the 8 ball. It's not the one book you're gonna write. You should be thinking about the next 5 books. It ain't the one album, it's the next 5. It ain't the one movie, it's the next 5. If it's about writing a book, I'll tell you there's somebody that's gonna reach on the shelf for that book, that knowledge that you have, and the book is not gonna be there because you were too lazy to write it. Somebody's gonna turn on some music, listening for a message that's gonna prevent them from whatever that is. But because you didn't record it, because you too lazy and didn't do the work to go ahead and do it, it's not going to be there, man. There are people who need what you have. And I think all of us have to be in the business of doing it, man. You got to do it. Stop putting it off till tomorrow, because you know what? Tomorrow's not promised, man. And when you check out, that's it. So it ain't this book. It's just like Tyler Perry, it's just like Eddie Murphy. When they show up, they do not ask for what's the book you're writing. They say, what's the next 5 books? What's the next 10 movies? Opportunity, man. When you miss opportunity, it may not ever come back. You got to be prepared. Hear me say, you need to be prepared when opportunity. What should I be doing? Preparing for the day that somebody call me, ask me, the opportunity show up. That's what you prepare for right now. Spend all your days not playing. Spend your days preparing for when somebody call you, when somebody asks you to do, and you're prepared to do it, man. Because once opportunity goes by, it may never come back again, man.
Absolutely. Hey, man, we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yes.
And love you.
Definitely, bro. We got the second hour, man, where we're going to be talking about this versus battle. Chris, Ujimar, y'all stay tuned for that, okay? Everybody make sure April the 23rd, y'all check out Pastor Wilford.
Thank you, man, so much. Love y'all so much. Keep me in
your Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, bro.
All right, peace.
All right, now. So, yeah, man, y'all go out and y'all support that, okay? Chris, thank you for turning me on to this, okay? As we go into the second hour, man, we're going to start it off with this white kid can't jump. Y'all seen the movie Black White Man?
Ooh.
Dude, look. Chris turned me on to this, man, and I'm like, I'm still laughing, okay, because they did it so perfectly, man. This was done so perfectly. So we're gonna take the second hour and we're gonna talk about the versus battle last night, a couple other things, okay? But y'all check this out real quick.
Bang out, bang out, bang out. We don't play no games out here, boy. Baby. You come in our court, you better come ready to play.
I'm tired of making you look so bad.
I'm sorry, say what?
This hard work making you look so bad.
Hey, yo, man. Lock me down, you can talk. Yep. Get a win, you can talk. Yep. Until then, don't run in your mouth. Zip it, boy.
I tell you what, I'll take anybody out here. You can't even pick my teammate. Matter of fact, I'll take the worst part of house. Still be sure to cut y'all trash.
Oh, okay. The jump. Hey, let him get the jump.
Me?
Yo, what's up, man? You want to run?
Do you mean play basketball?
Nah, he means ice hockey. Get your butt out there, Gretzky.
White boys don't count. White boys can't hoop.
Hey, man, you doing all that talking? You got the goofy-looking dude. Let's go. Check up.
Check ball.
Check this.
Who said pretty? It's so pretty.
Yeah, that was cool.
They did that. I mean, they did that. Just shrunk Wesley down a little bit. And man,
Is that Spike Lee's little boy? I just saw the Lee on the end of it. Ain't.
I don't know. Spike Lee about 97 years old.
I was gonna say, I don't know if he got no little boys. That little boy, he's doing this thug thizzle if he got one that little.
About 100.
He might have a little steam left in the pump. You know,
I ain't saying he got no steam left. I don't wish no steam for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Talking about steam, though, man. Talking about steam, the versus battle was the best one I've seen to date. I don't care. I've seen a lot of good ones. There was a lot of good ones. All right.
Yeah.
You only say that because you're 100 years old and used to sing some of them songs for little concerts and stuff back in the day. That's the only reason you said.
Hey,
you
man,
old.
Hey, look, dude. I'm gonna tell you this: if Isaac Hayes had came out, I'd have been like, "You damn right." Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's why you.
It was off the chain, though.
That's why. I mean, I liked it. I liked it. I mean, I download all that stuff. I'm from that era. I sung with them back in the day. You know what I'm saying? All them songs that they were singing and stuff. I was in the background, either playing the spoons or trying to get in on that 5-piece harmony or something. You feel me? Real life.
What up, Chris?
No, I was just saying that was one of the best ones to me, bro.
Yeah, it was. I actually looked at it 2-3 times already.
Yeah, and the reason that I loved it is because the sound quality was there. Triller had that perfect. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no in and outs. Wasn't none of that. And everything on that boy was on point to me.
They had D Nice. D Nice was spent.
D Nice, right? D Nice was the DJ. He is a bad boy anyway. You know what I'm saying? And he knew how to blend. He's a master blender. He's a real DJ. He's a master blender, and he knew. And they already gave him the list of songs, and I'm sure he already put it together and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing but like being at home for him.
And the greatest part about it is it didn't go with the minute playing of the song. They let somebody play out, and I was like, "Yeah, that's what we need right here." Because there's certain songs, especially between those two groups, you can't stop a minute in. A minute in is the intro.
Exactly.
Right. Pretty much. Yeah.
They let them do concerts, basically. Man. You know what I'm saying? Concerts.
I'll tell you what made it for me though. What made it for me is Ron. Ron is the coolest motherfucker on this earth right now. As of yesterday, he the coolest motherfucker on the planet.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? He made me want to grow my stuff out.
Hey, he looking like me, didn't he? He was hey. You know what I'm saying? He looking just like me. You feel me?
Yes.
Same haircut, same gray, same everything.
Ron Stockton went through the roof now.
You know what I'm saying? Real life. Hey, you see, he threw that plug out there like, yeah, I'm still doing shows. We still doing shows.
Oh yeah.
He threw that plug right out there like, yeah, today when we doing shows
He was completely the coolest. You know, Steve already tried to do his thing, okay, but he was completely the coolest.
Yeah, Steve couldn't fuck with him. Steve couldn't fuck with him.
You know, my thing is, and I love Steve. You know what I'm saying? But he was just too Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Thank you.
Biased to me. He was so biased.
But did you see him get up when the Isis played Fight the Power?
Yeah.
Steve got up there. He was ready. Okay.
Yeah, but when you go back and look at it. That every time Earth, Wind, and Fire played a song, he had a story. He trying to sing background.
Yep.
They sound like Steve. Sound like Earth, Wind, and Fire though. That's who he sound like. When he be singing and stuff, he sound like Earth, Wind, and Fire. I can really understand.
But you can tell that's one of his favorite groups.
Right?
Definitely.
Yeah, but when you're doing the verses though, you can't.
Yeah, you have to be.
I mean, not that it's the actual verses, but you know.
But you know what? You got to give it to Earth, Wind, and Fire at the end of the day too, because you got Ron singing all their songs. Ron over there blowing all they shit.
All of their songs, you right.
Ron over there blowing all they shit. He like shit. That's hell yeah, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ron blowing all. So you got to give it to Earth, Wind, and Fire like a motherfucker.
Ron Isley on it. He was putting Ron Isley on all of them. You know.
Yeah. He said they all used to tour together and all this, that, and the other. So I could see it. You feel me? Because the that Isley voice on that motherfucking Earth, Wind, and Fire sound was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
And Ernie, I think Ernie was like, hey man, don't turn me off. Don't let Earth, Wind, and Fire come up yet until I'm through with this riff. Ernie was
that's one thing that need to be in conversation when people talk about the best guitar players, riff players out, man. Ernie name got to come up more often, bro.
Steve gave him his props. Steve gave him his props. Yeah. As well as he gave Verdine props for
Verdine, right, on that bass player. Right. Yeah. Most definitely gave both of them their props. I mean, because it's I'm just saying they come from a time where it ain't nothing but competition on that guitar, that lead, and that bass. You know what I'm saying? And them horns, I mean, you know, better glad them horns didn't come into play.
Them horns,
I'm just saying.
Them horns, Earth, Wind, and Fire got is something different, bro.
I'm just saying. As far as music goes, that was hella.
You had the Ohio players too with the horns.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Ohio player. Yeah, I mean, shit. After I finished listening to that stuff, I had to put on SOS Band and everything else. You know, I had to hear some shit. You feel me? I'm like, where the rest of them at? They all should have been on there. One of each. Shit.
And I'm sitting at the TV with my thumb in my mouth, man. I'm like, man, come on, what's next? And I'm like, if Ron played Voyage to Atlantis, they play Voyage to Atlantis, then Earth, Wind, and Fire got to come back with I write a song, you know, and I'm like,
or reasons,
Oh,
or whatever.
wow.
but here go the thing that really impressed me, man, was like they didn't just play the ones that we knew.
They played.
They went way back. They went way back. And I'm saying that's like,
and the crazy part about it is that I didn't know, because I thought the Ozzy's was a '60s group.
mm-hmm.
Started in the '60s when Ron said our first hit was in 1959. I was like, damn.
Yeah, they go back.
Yeah, they go back. They go all the way back.
I thought they was,
I wasn't born.
I thought they was mid '60s. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's serious.
And they all look, you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire look good.
A little old. They look a little old, but they looked good for their age. They old.
And Philip hit every note. Come on.
Yeah.
Philip
You
hit
talking
them.
Are you talking about Ron, what, 82? He said he's 82 years old?
79.
79, and somebody on there was 82, but Ron 79 years old. He moving. He had that cane in his hand. He wasn't walking with it. You feel me? Like he always did. He had that cane in his hand.
That's his thing.
But you know what it is because like if it wasn't cameras on, he'll walk with the cane.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
He sure was moving. He was moving good.
As soon as they get on stage, it's like that adrenaline's pumping, man, and he don't need.
Now there was a moment.
I think he just cool. I think he been with that cane for the longest. Motherfuckers probably told him, you know, nigga, go on with it.
He had a stroke.
Yeah, my girl Dee, she's always on the road with Ozzy Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So she like when the camera ain't on, he limping, using the cane for support. It's like as soon as them bright lights come on, it seems like ain't nothing wrong.
It's over. I'll be the same way, nigga. I'm a star. Hey, fuck that bullshit. I'm a star. I ain't about to use this cane right now.
There was a moment.
Hey, the way he put out that Frank Lucas fur though, bro.
Come on, dude.
That's automatic, though.
Frank Lucas.
That's automatic.
You know that's what he did. There was a moment where
Chinchilla.
He walked up to the spot. He didn't have his mic. And somebody ran on stage real quick and gave it to him. He looked at the mic like, "What is this?" But he snapped back in, man. It was.
I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I got things I have to do today.
All right, Gina.
All right, Gina.
But I appreciate you guys.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah, man. But it got me to thinking, man. Who could the next verses be? Everybody started the place I was at. Everybody said, "Well, who could go up against Drew Hill? Who was a good group to go up against Drew Hill?" I said, "Jodeci. Let's go with Drew Hill and Jodeci."
Man,
you know, I'm gonna tell you, really, actually, what I was thinking pretty much the same thing, and I was thinking, you know, I don't know, the labels and stuff probably wouldn't allow this or whatever, but I feel like it need to be a best of verses. A best of, when I say best of, I'm talking about the old schools, people that's dead. You know what I'm saying? Because
talking about the TPs and
it's some fire shit. They got some fire shit that, you know, was made that people ain't around to actually be on stage and shit. I feel like it should be a best of, you know,
like Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin Gaye and something like that.
Yeah, shit like that. Kurt, you know. All the old school, the real old schools with them hits that everybody that made hip hop today. So because a lot of motherfuckers don't know what hip hop made of, what it mean, none of that.
Oh, you should see my grandkids when I'm paying like something, and they go back and they look at it. They say, "Well, that's like, you know, Biggie and Ozzy Brothers. You know how they sampled all that up." Shoot, man. I said, "No, this is the real song right here," and some other stuff that I play when I'm mixing. You know, when I do my mixes and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
people don't.
That hook came from, you know, a different you know, artist. It didn't come from the artist you think it came from. They got it from there. You know, they had to pay for that mug.
Yeah, people don't know where it came from. That's why I say I feel like they need to do a best of greatest hits. You know what I'm saying? Type. Huh?
Without being a versus type situation.
Without, you know, it could be a versus. Because the verses that was on last night was ultra friendly.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done. It could be done the same way with D Nice being a DJ.
Yes, that's
exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
That's important, man. You need the DJ, and DJ D Nice should really push that because he did a great job.
And I would take Steve Harvey back as the host too, because he gave a lot of history too. At the same time, he gave a lot of history. He told a lot of his stories. His history was in his stories, but he old too. He you know, he ain't as old as them, but you know that's all Steve Harvey knows, old school.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it, you can get like D Nice and DJ Scratch.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that
because DJ Scratch is doing 420 with Red and Meth. He's gonna be the DJ.
Right.
Yeah, and then you got May 5th with Escape and SWV.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. Even though Escape gonna kill him, but you know,
nah, SWV gonna kill him, man.
They ain't got enough hits.
Who don't?
SWV can't compare as far as hits to Escape.
Yes, they can, bro.
They got hits, but they don't have enough.
Yes, they do, bro. They got hits. Hey, look, they got hits that just dropped probably like 4 years ago. Escape ain't putting nothing out since 2005.
Okay, we said hits though. They dropped 4 years ago. Are they
hits? That like Billboard charted hits from 4 years ago. SWV got.
Okay, I haven't heard any, but you know, if you say so, I don't speak on what I don't know. So
yeah, that's that. When I booked El DeBarge at SWV, that's what it was all about, man. And when I booked them, they had a hit that Lily wrote.
So you think that
I love Escape. Don't get me wrong.
Hey Chris, let me ask you this question. You know, El DeBarge was supposed to have made that big old comeback. He got that track. He went on TV and everything. What happened, man?
Man, sure, he got that.
Don't tell me he didn't get them drugs back again with him.
Got that booger sugar.
That's exactly what it is, bro.
Damn.
Because I mean, when he made the comeback, you couldn't get a better second chance, man. That was you just couldn't get a better second chance.
I always tell people if you book El DeBarge, make sure you book Chico DeBarge also. Because Chico DeBarge is gonna make sure he's straight. If you book El by himself, he gonna come to the show messed up, bro.
Damn. I mean, he came back hard and strong, man. I was like,
and I
love
El. I love El, man. But
yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of these guys going around, man. Because I got a chance to see John B, man.
Hey, now that's one person. I forgot how many hits John B had.
Yes, killing, and he can still sing.
Yeah, bro. Like I did a show with him 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I forgot how many hits he had, bro. Like he was up there and did a cool 45. I was like,
right, smooth, and the dude can still sing.
Yeah,
you know, Tony Terry, same thing. He ain't got many hits, but dude can sing. You know,
man, I got the bump in Cameo. I got the bump in everything after that. Just today, all at work, it was all greats. You know what I'm saying? All at work. That's all I bumped today. Period.
Shoot, I mean, man, I wish I could send y'all some of my old school mixes.
I wish I could. I wish you could.
You can't go wrong with Cameo. You can never go wrong with Cameo.
I'm telling you.
Cameo used to hang in the GI though. They used to be there all the time.
All the time, bro.
You know what I started doing, Greg? I started putting a little playlist together, all the songs and stuff that y'all used to sing that we used to do.
That we used to
you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of Cameo, Earth, Wind, and Fire, you know, all of them. Larry Graham, a little bit of everybody, you feel me? And all of them was hit.
Oh no.
We used to do shows with live instruments and live voices. I did Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I had my spotlight. I had my little song I did.
Hey, Chris Maurice, we had this little Casio about this big, dude.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Doing everything. Hey, Kent used to play the hell out that motherfucker.
One finger killing it, boy. One finger.
Killing it. In front of crowds. We packing crowds.
Killing it. It was funny, dude.
For real.
I remember we did George Duke. Was it George Duke? Sweet Baby. Remember that song?
Sweet Baby. Yeah, I gotta get that song on there. That's that joint. That's that joint too.
Got that one too.
And see, it wasn't just music we was doing. We was doing jazz too. Some chocolate buttermilk and all this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? We was doing music.
Buttermilk.
Shit, we was playing. We had like I say, I ain't as old as y'all two and shit, but I got nothing but that funk in me though.
Chris, we had saxophone players, trumpet players, bass, lead guitar, drummers,
keyboardists,
we had
everything.
The recorder. We had all of that stuff.
Everything. I'm telling you, we'll go out.
There's no such thing as a recorder when we had the recorder. Okay, we just made one. You know, Jed Clampett. That's crazy.
Oh
man.
Yeah, we had fun, man. And those songs, that music is fun. You know what I'm saying? The music nowadays ain't fun like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it started, you know, I'm gonna tell you who tried to keep music fun is Will Smith with Summertime and different things like that. That's fun music. You know what I'm saying? That's music that you ain't trying to just bang on and shit like that. You actually trying to fill up some booties and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is what them Isleys and all that was made of. Like Isley said, he said, man, when we made this music, we was trying to compliment the woman. Yeah. Period. He said everything. He said when we made all our slow jams and shit, it wasn't nothing for nothing other than complimenting the woman.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That dude cool. He know how to drop panties, man. I'm telling you, dude, he cool, dude.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, shit need to come back to that type of age. I mean, the love songs that's coming on now are actually kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? And
those ain't love songs, man. Those I'm gonna take it songs.
Right. I mean, you know, you still got a couple people doing love songs and they boring. They kind of boring. You know, it's just like it's not working. There ain't no such thing as love songs no more. You know what I'm saying? We need music back, and the only way to get it is, you know, for the for people to start actually producing it again. You know, Babyface and them and stuff like that. You know, I even listened to We Only Think of You or The Deal. And you know, that's a scary video. You know what I'm saying? You ever sit and watch that video?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's scary. They look like monsters on it.
Yeah, man. Good curve use and everything, right?
I'm telling you, man, for real. They look like, I'm like, who the hell is that dude with the hair like this? You know what I'm saying? But they sing their ass off.
Yeah.
You feel me? They sing their ass off.
It is kind of scary because Babyface, I think he was getting ready to miss his line because one time he had the big hair too, but he was like looking when he was getting ready to sing his part. He looked at the camera, he's like.
And then look, y'all need to watch it. Y'all need to just watch the video, and because you can see the moves was like Michael Jackson Thriller moves. They do some stuff right quick. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be it. And then they'll go back to a couple of scenes in the bronze.
Because they wasn't dudes like, and I didn't even know LA could play the drums like he plays, man.
Hey, he was scary too. He kept one face.
He did, and that dude that played the bass, man, he was the Count Chocula dude.
I'm telling you, man. I watched that video today. I was jamming to the music, but I'm like, damn, this is a scary video.
He said that was really in suits.
Hey, you got a Gmail?
Yeah, I got that. Most definitely.
Hey, just send it to me. I'm gonna send you something.
All right.
Well, yeah, back to that verses though, man. You know, it's amazing that, you know, these guys have all had losses, man. Okay, but you know, they still, I mean, stuff is timeless and they celebrate it. And like y'all said, Steve Harvey was the perfect host for that. Period. The perfect host for that. I don't think they could have got anybody else to do anything like, you know. And Steve had a relationship with Ronnie Isley because Ronnie was on his show a couple of times, and with the
high tops. Yeah, the high tops.
Yeah, and I man, look, and mutual respect all the way around, man. And even though Steve, you could tell, like you said, Chris, you could tell he was Earth, Wind, and Fire for days. Okay, but there was a couple of songs he got up on there when, you know, like I said, when they did Fight the Power. And Ron killed the song. I mean, Ron killed every single song he stepped up there to do, man. He killed it.
Oh, yeah.
One time, Ernie just sat down and said, you go on and get that one, man. You go ahead. You can have that one.
I just sent it, Maurice.
Ernie sat down. Verdine had on some pearls.
I mean, Verdine always been that way, though.
Really?
Yeah.
He just straight, you know, he's been married forever.
Yeah, most definitely.
Forever. but just always dressed strange. But he used to, I mean, play that bass, didn't miss a note.
Back in those days, that's what it was, bro. You know what I'm saying? Back in those days, that's what it was. I mean, even though they had the bell bottom one piece suits,
yeah,
only bell bottom at the bottom. Them mugs was tight as hell. You could see their blood tight.
Dude,
I got to looking for that one Earth, Wind, what was that? Earth, Wind and Fire CD with the girl on it. I couldn't find it. Which one is that?
Yeah, that's
that was a long time ago.
That was the second album, wasn't it?
Yeah, they say it was like the second or third or whatever. I was looking for it. I was looking. I'm gonna blow it up. I'm trying to find it. How does she look?
Hey, look, Uchi ain't that age no more, bro.
Hey man, I think some of them women back. I like that style from back in the day. I ain't gonna even bullshit.
Uchi, she Eartha Kitt now, dude.
Oh Lord,
she Eartha Kitt now, dude.
So. I mean, how does she look on that picture though? That's what I'm saying.
Some of that alley cat, but leave it alone.
And you know, I like them old school pictures and stuff. You know, when the old school movies come on, Foxy Brown and shit, come on, boy. Them clothes and shit used to show accent that body. It do it more conservative back in the day than they doing it now. But it show accented that body, boy. Them bell bottom jeans with them tight on it around the waist. Psh.
Hey man, you know another thing they were talking about. You know, the Isley brothers had 25 platinum hits.
Yeah, and 45 albums.
Back when, you know, I mean, platinum. Didn't nobody do platinum back then like that?
And look, they didn't even get a chance to play all the platinum songs. They only played 20 songs a piece.
20, yeah. But platinum.
And look, if it was still, if they let them just go, they'll still be playing right now.
Right now.
Right now, pretty much, yeah.
Because I left where I was at, and then I came back and said, well, let me check it out. And it was like, you know, we're on part 2, you know, second half. I'm like,
they took the intermission and let DJ.
The first half was 2 hours. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The second half, and then they started.
They did a wardrobe change.
Yeah, they did, and then they started. Every place that I looked at it for, I wasn't on the original. I was looking on YouTube. They start popping it off of YouTube. They start popping it off because
they popped them off on the last song. So they played both of the last songs out, and doing Isley Brothers, they cut it off and they came back on to do Earth, Wind.
Oh, I didn't even go after they popped it off. I tried to find another one. Then they just started playing them, you know, because right now you can see it in its entirety. But
when they were on, I don't know if you was watching it on IG Live, but on IG Live they stayed on the whole time.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch.
Yeah, they had it. I think it was HD on something. It was something.
Yeah,
it was
on Triller HD.
On Triller HD. Yeah.
If you ever watch it, go to IG and just follow Versus TV, and that's what you get. That's when you get everything. Like it don't cut off. That's where actually all.
Yeah, that's why I watched it from the beginning on IG.
Yeah, it was cool though, man. I loved it. I think everybody did. I think it was the highest one that they've ever had. And I don't know, man. It just got me to thinking, you know, I was a Confunction fan, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't the highest one. The highest one was Gucci and Jeezy.
No, this one was higher than that.
They had how many they had? Because I guess I had went off. How many they had?
They had a lot. I mean, Gucci and Jeezy is probably the top 10, but they had something that was higher. So, because what's the name? Who was that? Not Brandy and Monica.
I was about to say they did more than Brandy and Monica. I watched that one too.
It was somebody that got up to 1 million views.
Because Monica was she seemed like she was a little drunk. What was that? Monica? That was Monica and
no, that was
not Brandy. That was Monica and
no, you talking about Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Keisha. Keisha and Ashanti. Keisha was tripping.
That was terrible. That probably was the lowest one.
She couldn't keep a top on. That's what it was.
She was tripping. She was about fucked up.
Ready to take that mug off.
Yeah, it was terrible though, man. That one was terrible because I think Keisha or somebody was late and Keisha had an attitude all the way through.
Oh,
so
yeah. That one.
Shit, Keisha was late.
That's why she had attitude.
Keisha was late. Ashanti, boy, I love Ashanti. She couldn't do nothing wrong for me.
I like the way she looked. I didn't like her music though.
I love her music. Shit. I mean, basically all she got is hooks and shit, mostly. And
Well,
you know,
when she tried to do solo, that it was over.
yeah, but I mean, shit. It's just I always liked her sound. I ain't gonna even bullshit you.
Yeah, I wasn't there. But like I said, I was a Confunction fan. I liked Confunction, Ohio Players,
Right.
Marquez, Cameo. Who else we got? Because and my thing was this: didn't nobody probably make no money back then because they had 9 and 10 people in their groups. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had to split it. They had to split that money.
Right.
Isaac Brothers made a gang of money, but I started looking up, man. What is the net worth of these particular people? You know how much Ron Isley is worth? His net worth?
What?
$2 million.
Get out of here, man.
I'm telling you.
He's still a millionaire. He ain't got too much to do. He cool.
That's right. That's enough for it, right?
He cool. He cool.
You should be blowing up there in a minute.
I'm like, that's the well, you know, when they now after this versus, his stock gonna go way up. I think his money left when he went to jail for the tax evasion. That's how he got.
What was his father's net worth? What was that? Ain't that his father? What was it? SOS Band?
Huh? SOS Band younger than them.
What?
No, who is that? Levert. I'm thinking about Levert. I'm thinking about Levert.
Oh yeah,
and the OJs.
Yeah, the OJs.
They cool.
Yeah,
they made money. I mean, they don't move like they used to move. Actually,
they're making the money.
Actually, they do. You know, Eddie get out there with his gut hanging all on his knees, but he still.
Hey, we can't stop Eddie though. All Eddie got to do is start hollering at you, and it's over. Eddie and Teddy. They holler at you and it's over. The crowd's gone. The crowd is going crazy.
Right.
It, man. That is it. Yeah, Eddie Levert, man. Gerald sounds just like his father. Actually, Gerald was better than his father. His father was just loud.
Yeah, right. That's what I say. He'll scream at you.
He was breaking them down because he had plenty of women.
I mean, that's what they needed, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the other two was mild. They needed somebody to hype on.
But you know, they danced their butt off. But the dude in the middle, light skinned dude, he didn't really have no lyrics. You know, I was listening to him doing the one song. He was like, yeah. He said yeah or something, and then the other two started singing, you know, off of the yeah. He said one word during the whole song other than
he danced the whole record. Then he passed by the mic.
All right. Give your name. What's your name?
Hey, he got paid. He got paid though. Well, I'm telling you, he must have been their dealer.
But you gotta remember though. You gotta remember though. They had the one y'all talking about, the light skinned one. That was the replacement.
That was the fourth one, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, he was the replacement because remember one of them left out the group and he replaced him, but he was a young one and they didn't really want him to sing.
There was 4. Well, actually, one guy came back. It was the first dude. Then it was another.
Yeah, but then he ended up passing away, and they replaced
him. Passed away, and that's when they got the young dude.
Yeah.
Hey, they wouldn't let him sing for nothing, but he could move his ass off.
Oh yeah, he had the dance steps on lock.
But they let him talk during the interviews too. Yeah, man. I'm like, what we happy, man, that we still here. We doing this, man. You know, we've been around for a while, and this. And I'm like, dude, you was there last week. You just got in the group last week.
Like I still got it.
Hey, well, no. I'm gonna tell you this. Hey, look,
hey man, let me know what you're thinking out there,
because
you sent it.
Dance steps that quick. That was crazy.
Yeah,
you have to go to Google Drive and get it.
But here's the thing with me, you know, in groups like that, look, man, I'm that third member. I'm cool. Give me my check. Look, after 7. What did old boy sing, the light skinned dude? Nothing. He was always that dude. The Commodores. You had a bunch of guys, and when Lionel Richie left, and they put that little English dude in there,
went flat.
Went flat. Lionel, can we sing background in your group? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, my brother, I'm good. That's terrible though, man. But a lot of them, you know, like even Levert, Eddie left and just left his fat brother and their cousin, and they couldn't do nothing.
Nah, I mean, actually, Sean had a couple joints, bro.
Sean could sing, but it wasn't Levert. You know,
he had a couple. I mean, he wasn't Gerald, but he had a couple joints that made some noise, bro.
I wonder though, man. You know, they died right after each other.
Yeah, it was like within, I'm gonna say probably 2 years.
Yeah, right after each other. And Sean was having financial problems, wasn't he?
Well, Sean's death is pretty much.
Did he kill himself in jail?
A mystery. You got to remember, he went to. You remember they
went to jail.
Him in jail, and he died in jail.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what went on with that.
I'm like, man, that's crazy, real crazy. Because like you said, I mean, the group was cool. Gerald had a heart attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, a lot of groups and came, a lot of good people, a lot of good singers and came and went, man.
Yeah, you're lying. That's why I said I think they should have a good greatest hits joint. For real.
Hey, I got one for y'all. Cause I've been racking my brain over this for forever, bro. Who would you put New Edition against?
Oh shit. New Edition. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, New Edition.
Asked that question.
And see, the whole thing about it is this. And I thought about this earlier. The whole thing about it is this. It has to be New Edition, Bobby Brown, and BBD.
Boys and Men.
So basically, they're going against themselves, is what you said.
Bill Biv DeVoe. Bill Biv DeVoe. You know, they all.
Basically, they're going against themselves, is what you said.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying pretty much. I'm almost saying, but I'm saying if they was to go against like what was out back then, Troop and
nobody that can go against them, bro.
It ain't.
Look, the only one that I came up with that
Tony.
Nope, not even
Tony,
bro. The only one that I can see them probably going up against us, and it ain't even fair to them to do it, is that you got to have a 3-way match with them, the Temptations, and the Jacksons.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm just saying. What about Blackstreet and Guy?
It wouldn't even work, bro. It wouldn't even work. It wouldn't work. Look, the way it had to be a D'Angelo situation. New Edition.
Yeah, that's deep right there.
What about High Five?
Nope.
What I came in with earlier, I was like, they had to do themselves. They had to go against themselves.
It'd be like a D'Angelo situation, New Edition and Friends, where they break.
New Edition against the New Edition, Bill DeVoe. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? Real life.
Because that's the only thing I can see. That's the only thing I can see working. You gotta start off with New Edition with Bobby. Then you gotta do Bobby solo. Then
see,
Gil then you got to do BBD. Then you got to do Johnny's solo. Then you got to do Ralph solo. Then you got to do Bobby solo again.
Okay, out of all the solos,
then you got to do all 6 together. Then you got to do Bad Boy New Edition without Bobby.
Right.
Yeah, and then you got. Hey, wait a minute. Then you got to do Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. The folk group, the one that they're doing now.
They doing one now. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
RBRM.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Okay, yeah. Without Ralph, that should be dope.
Yeah, it's cool, but they ain't got no new songs. They still doing the same thing. Okay, and Ralph, Johnny Gill is funding Ralph right now for his solo project.
Really?
Ralph still trying?
Damn.
Yeah, he got a nice little song out, but it's just like when he had the other stuff, Heart or Gentleman or whatever that was. It's not working.
It doesn't matter with
sensitivity.
A man like me.
It ain't. I love Ralph Travis Band, man, but New Edition is him, and that's it. Period.
Yeah.
Stay. Know your money.
That's it. That's about it. I looked at a couple of those videos today too, because I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna even bullshit you. New Edition is one of my favorite groups growing up. When I listen to New Edition, it's heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everything that I did back in those days was like real. It was like, it was like growing up. It was like the ethics of growing up type shit. You feel me?
Right.
The talent shows, all that stuff. You know, New Edition was in my life type shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I listen to, like, I go through some songs and shit, and I won't listen to the whole song, but when New Edition or Bobby Brown or Belle Biv DeVoe pop up, I got to look at the whole video. You know what I'm saying? I looked at Poison over the weekend probably about 5 times.
I'm a Belle Biv DeVoe fan, okay, because I needed to see Mike and Ronnie do something other than lip sync. I needed to see it. And then they turn around and let, you know, because Ricky was a strong singer. Ricky was a bad boy, okay? But then they got in there and started doing the same thing with Ricky.
Ricky
did the moves, you know. Tell me when will I see?
Right.
Y'all didn't sing that.
I was just peeping that out earlier. I was like, wait a minute, what? Where they at? I was like, come on, Belle Biv, come on, let's go.
Only Ricky.
Hey, Uzi, man, that's old school mixing. That ain't that playing 5 seconds of a song, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna play it at work tomorrow.
Yeah,
most definitely. That's what
is fire. It is fire. If you want to know, I got about 30 of them. So
okay, well, yeah, I probably
stuff I used to be mixed back in the day. Actually, I took a bunch of stuff that I had. Actually, if you listen to some of that, I took this stuff off a tape and put it on CD. Well, cleaned it up real good and then mixed it.
You know what? I was just talking to somebody about that probably a couple days ago, how we used to Greg we used to had two tape recorders.
Oh man.
We had a one tape recorder, we had a one little flat tape recorder that we only press for record, and then we had a small boom box, you know what I'm saying? And we'll put it right next to each other and we'll make mixtapes. That's how back in the day, LaFresh, remember when I was with LaFresh and them dancing? That's how all of their mixes. That's how all they mixes.
You talking about stacking the tracks and stacking.
Matter of fact, Chris made all the mixes. Chris made all the mixes back then, all with 2 fingers, play and record. And they was mixes. They was like, you know, like GCI mixes type shit.
Well, this is similar to that. It ain't like I said, it ain't none of that new stuff. You know how they stop, freeze, put 15 echoes on it, then bring it back. It ain't none of that.
No, it wasn't none of that. It was straight mix. Go into the next song, have a little bit of something else in between it, boom, 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 and then play the whole song.
Let me know what you think about that.
You just brought back a memory, man, with that little the flat tape recorder with the, instead of the button, you had to turn the knob, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
But see, I had bought one, man, and I told the story when I first started the show. Danita Bohannon is her name, okay? We was going to a field trip, and Danita liked some Chaka Khan, so I made sure that night
you had some Chaka Khan on that mug.
3-4 Chaka Khan records on there, right?
All right.
We on the bus now. We on the bus because they didn't have headphones back then like that. We on the bus, and I got it sitting right next to her. Danita was the new chick in school. She was fine. I was there. I ain't never had no problem trying to come up to somebody, but Danita had a plan, okay? So I had my brand new tape recorder, man, and we playing the music and this and that. Batteries. I had a pocket full of batteries, okay? Because you know they was getting Long story short, we went to the Field Museum. You
said this the other day, I think. Yeah,
I did, and I had the little tape recorder, but you know, and Danita, if you out there, I'm coming for you, girl. You know you're old now, but still, she said, Greg, can I want to transfer or whatever. Not transfer wasn't the word. She said she want to use my tape recorder, basically. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She got the tape recorder. I let her use it. Okay. My father, if he hadn't known about it, he would have killed me. Okay. But because he bought it, you know. But I let her use the tape recorder, and Danita didn't tell me that she was moving. Okay, so
took the tape and the tape recorder.
Gone. All that gone.
Yeah, I remember. Look, I remember being in my escort, making little tapes and stuff, and you know, and you know, we used to make sure we taped WGCI and BMX. We used to tape. We used to tape the midnight mix. We used to tape those.
Don't say nothing, okay? Because I'm taping.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't say nothing. Be like, man, what you Greg?
Hey, Greg, you remember that big ass jam box I used to bring to work and sit down there while we cleaned up? I used to bring a big ass jam box.
Hey, they said we could play
it. Shit. They said we could play it. I had one of that old Panasonic with that big 10-inch woofer in the middle of it. I used to sit it on the second floor in the middle of that mug and blast that shit out. And like walking around in there, thought I was crazy. I'm serious. This is music. And my little mix play.
And while you was doing that, I was breaking in the stores. I was
But I tell you what, you put that tape player in your car, you can ride through Gary. When the CDs and stuff came out, you couldn't ride through Gary with them CD players. They had to have all kind of
anti-skip. Man, I went back
other
to
block. Any other block,
I went back through the G, man, and I was coming down Broadway, man. Summertime, right after the damn snow went. Shit, man, I wanted to pick my car up and walk through that mug. There's so many potholes.
I'm telling you.
Look,
I had to get the CD changer in my 6.4 and stuff, and it still was, the CD changer wasn't supposed to be skipping.
Right.
Boy, Rolling and Gary, it still was skipping. But that tape player, you put that tape in there, boy, you could do a flip in the car. It ain't skipping. You could have an accident and it's still playing. Only thing playing, the car broke and everything, but that tape playing.
So y'all, but them 8-tracks, man, when they mess up, they mess up. All you hear is click, click, click.
Pull that mug out, tape like 5 feet long.
One thing about 8-tracks though, bro, those were the sound was great, and those were the albums because you couldn't skip. Right. So all the albums had to be great.
That's what I'm talking about with that cassette though.
They have 4 tracks on, 4 songs on each track. Okay, so you couldn't just go to the next song. If you click that button, you're going to the next track. You're going to the next track.
You have to skip all the way around and wait.
You know what, Greg? I'm gonna go home. When I go home next month, I'm gonna get one of them 8-tracks out the garage. Ooh. I know it's still a couple boxes of tapes in there, and I'm gonna hook it up.
Hey man, why not?
I'm gonna hook it up.
Get some speakers and all of that, man. And
I know Daddy got BB King, Bobby Blue Bland, and a little bit of everybody on them 8-tracks.
But what he got the most of? Al Green.
Al Green.
Oh man, everybody had Al Green back there.
That's them 8-tracks.
Love and happiness.
Hey, I'm telling you, boy. Hey, my daddy was buying new Cadillacs, having an 8-track player putting in new Cadillacs.
Hey, my pops, man, he couldn't stay on beat for nothing. My father get the snapping his fingers all off beat stuff, dude. He couldn't sing either, but he knew every word, man. Knew every word, but he would be. My father
angry.
Oh yeah. Real life. I'm telling you,
man. But you know what, man? Like those were the days, y'all.
Those were the days, most definitely. Those were the days, and I wouldn't get nothing give nothing back on it.
Not at all, man. I want to do a movie about some experiences, though, dude, man. Back in the day, it'll be the funniest movie. I'm telling you, it'll be funny.
We're gonna have to, man. We're gonna have to put something together because we got some stuff.
Dude.
We just call this, just like the Wayans. We could do the Grays. Fuck it.
Yeah, but
real life, at least one time.
The older ones ain't funny though. They're not funny.
I mean, that's the fun. Hey, that's the funny part. That's the funny part right there. They're not funny.
That's crazy, dude. But yeah, we could, man. Seriously, because it was simple. It was just
some mini series. We could do some mini series. It ain't got to be no movie. We could do about 10, 15 mini series, bro, and just let it ride.
Hey, Chris, you from the hood, man. You remember that lot on the corner of 15th and Roosevelt? It was hollowed out, and we used to play baseball over there. Right on the corner, 15th and Roosevelt.
Oh yeah, they had it was like in between. Yeah. That was right up the street from Beverage.
Yep. We used to play baseball over there, man. All the time. I don't think you was born, Mark. We was playing baseball over there all the time.
I probably wasn't. Dude, I was born when the Harveys was over there, though. We used to we was playing a whole different type of baseball then.
Yeah. Everybody used to come from all around playing basketball, coming to the house next door. The Giants.
Wait a minute, we used to play cricket up there sometimes.
It was a sand lot.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was the sand. I remember the sand lot for sure.
Yeah. We used to make sure everybody, it was fast pitch. We had our gloves and everything. We stand out in the hot sun with the sticker bugs and all of that stuff out there, man.
You talking about a playground? I remember Waydell used to have us come up there and we used to play baseball.
Right on the corner, 15th Roosevelt.
Yep.
On 15th? Oh, you talking about Krieger's lot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't play there. I didn't play with. I didn't
Yeah,
play there.
they used to hit home runs on, you know, as hard as they could, so they could hit that house across the street, man.
So they can hit which house? Osika's?
The little church house. No, on Roosevelt Place.
Oh, yeah, I remember that house before they tore it
church
down.
house, man. And they used to hit home runs. David and who else was Eddie, and all of them used to hit the home runs, man. And then we'd all run because, you know, we used to think that church was like haunted, man, because people would always say with that church on that corner, man, they would all, and if y'all watching, I'm sorry, Freemans, but they would always say that did I name names? They would always say that, like, there was a moment when they said the end of the world was coming, right? Man, everybody holed up in that church. They went and got food and all of that stuff. Then the next day you didn't see nobody. Next day you didn't see nobody. Day after that you didn't see nobody till one of them hit a home run and it hit the house. Then about 39, 40 people came running out of that house.
Man, thought it was the end of the world.
When we played on it, when we played in that lot, it was old mattresses and stuff like that on the lot. It was old mattresses and stuff like that on the lot.
That's what we used to flip at.
Yeah, we used to go over there and do flips and stuff back then. Back when I used to play on it, it wasn't no sand lot. It was a shortcut to Jackson's Rib House.
Exactly. Man.
It was a shortcut. We made a shortcut straight through that joint.
Just brought it up. Oh my God. Jackson was on 11th at first. Then they moved down a block from us. I mean, come on now.
No, they was on 15th before they went to 11th.
Were they?
It was on 15th first.
They was on 15th first.
You're right. Yeah,
I'm telling you, I was little going to Jackson's Rib House.
Man,
we used to go to Jackson's Rib House and then go, what was it called?
RGB.
H&H?
H&M.
H&L, that was the
H&M. Come on. H&M.
Because I used to live over there off of
McKinley.
10th place first before I moved to 17th and McKinley.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, you was on 10th?
Yeah, I was on 10th place before I moved. We're actually right around the corner from
Arts Baker.
Her name?
Ribs on the Run.
Yeah, Ribs on the Run was over there too.
Yeah.
Irby's was on 11th Avenue. Irby's Beauty Salon and
Mr. Freeze. What was the ice cream place called?
Mr. Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, G Sporting Goods with the bikes. G Sporting Goods.
Yeah, that's down by H&M.
That's where I used to go get my my Converse at, man.
Because I had a crib over there off of 10th too, off of there right there. What's that? Garfield.
Yeah, you had one over there. Yeah, I remember that in Garfield.
Yeah,
to come over there on the phone. But yeah, man, that's we got to do a show about the old school one day.
That's what I'm saying. We could do some old shit like that, man. We could find a couple actors and shit to play us, man. We just got to write it out and make sure they do their thug this.
No, I'm talking about we got to do a Dope Living TV live about the old
satellite. I feel you.
About the old school, man. Just talk about everything from now laters and nut chews, man. Come on. Pickles and peppermint stick, all of that, man.
Squirrels and penny candy. What you talking about?
I'm saying.
We used to take. I was at the age. You know, I'm younger. Like I said, I'm younger than y'all, but I was at the age where.
Bro. Hey, look. You older than me, OG.
Not you. I keep on saying y'all. Not you. But you know, I was at the age where I would take some of the little bottles, the deposit bottles, the Coca-Cola bottles and stuff, and take them to the store and get some penny candy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take a couple of them tours, you got $1.
And then you had the milk jugs too.
I didn't have no milk jugs.
Yeah, we had milk jugs too.
Y'all remember the time when they used to deliver juice to your house?
Yeah.
Juice.
I got hooked up papaya juice.
That papaya juice.
That was a bomb.
For real.
You man, around and drop some damn grape juice if you want to. You better put that papaya next to it.
That's grape juice and papaya, bro.
Hey, you was rich because you know it was from the milk company, but you was rich. Everybody thought you was rich because
you know the company. I worked for them for like 2 days. I was like, man, I ain't about to be doing this shit.
And you know what was real crazy too back then? Remember when they were selling the juices in the pint bottles, looked like liquor?
Yeah.
Everclear.
Yeah, my
that wasn't ever. What was it called? I forgot what it was called.
It wasn't a liquor drink. It was Everclear. It was a drink called Everclear. It was a juice.
In the pint bottles.
Yes.
You get in trouble walking down the street drinking your juice because they thought it was a pint of some liquor.
Yeah. Y'all know we had our own milk company. We had Joe Louis Milk Company right there on 15th Avenue.
On 15th Avenue, right? The Dixie Dairy.
The Dixie Dough. Yep.
Dixie, yeah.
Dixie Dairy.
And then we had Peerless potato chips.
I was about to say Peerless was across the street from my house.
Right on 11th Avenue.
Yeah, on 10th.
We had all of that.
What was the name of the joint that was over there on the east side? The potato chip joint.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's on the tip of my tongue, bro. I know
it was on the low end, like
on the low end, right?
On 8th. It was pretty much.
Was it Washington or Kentucky or something like that?
Yeah, it was over there on that, but it was on the low end. They had the.
We couldn't go on the east side.
You had Lay's, you had Jay's, and what was the other one?
It was one on the east side.
Really?
I don't know if it was Werner. Nah.
Vintners.
Was the Vintners? Yeah, Vintners. Yeah. Vintners. We had Peerless and Vintners.
Yeah, so it was the Vintners that was on the east side there.
Yeah, Vintners was on the east side. We had Peerless was over there by my street because they used to every time the truck came, they'll give us a box of chips.
Yep.
Damn. Every time the truck came, they give us a whole box.
Yeah, and those of y'all watching, this is GI, y'all. I'm just
and you know, I felt like that. I felt like that was the mob because it'll be months go by, man. I'm telling you, I'm like, it's right there in the hood, ain't nothing but houses here, and then it's this one building with the potato chips for the potato chips and stuff, and they come every freaking blue moon to get some chips. I'm like, man, they storing some other stuff. I wanted to break in that place so bad.
Did nobody mess with them though?
Nobody never messed with them.
Nobody messed with them.
That was crazy.
They didn't mess with the milk company, you know. Dixie did.
They sure did. That was a bad neighborhood. You know, they told the school down over there.
Yeah, the juice company was on the low end. It was like on 2nd and on something. But you know the bridge that you go over going to Tri-City.
Yeah.
If you made that right there, coming up 4th Avenue and just went straight, that's where the company was at.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
After they were doing the glass juices, that's when they was doing the regular juices like the pops and all that stuff. They were doing that there. Like I said, I worked for it for 2 days. My godfather used to work there, got me a job. I was like, man, I ain't doing that.
Well, hey, I got a quick question before we leave. How y'all feel about what they about to do to Miller?
What they about to do to Miller?
Well, what's that?
They're about to turn it into Coney Island. It's a Coney Island theme.
Like a boardwalk and all that stuff.
Everything, all that.
Man, I saw a house over there for $450,000.
On Lake Street, yeah, on Lake Street. They're supposed to swing it around too.
I mean, you know, that's always been the different part. Lake Street has always kept itself up to par.
That's
different.
That's the neutral zone.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know,
when they put those townhouses over there where the Miller Projects was at.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because my buddy used to stay like directly across. He had the only house across the street from the projects. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when they had started closing all that down because there was a lot of stuff going on in them projects. That was bad out there,
bro. Like my cousin used to live right there in Glen Ryan, so you used to have that little out over there that put you right there where that church is at, where the railroad tracks is at.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You have to get that little shortcut up that street right there, going to the light. Then you make that left on Lake Street. You know what I'm saying? Right before you go up under the little train joint that was abandoned for years. To get deep in the Miller. That's where the Miller Proj was at, and we used to be over there all the time.
That's crazy. It's one way in, one way out.
Dory Miller had the one way in and no way out.
Look, and then they end up doing Delaney the same way. Delaney, Dory Miller, and all that. I was like, wow.
Hey man, I'm telling you, in Dory Miller, they moved them concrete things around so that that way you thought you was getting out.
It wasn't there this morning, but it was there this afternoon.
Yeah, but before you get out of there, you got to see us before you get out of there. We got to, especially if you're coming in something nice. Yeah, you got to see us before you come out of there. Okay, I remember I went, man. I took this girl. Met this girl, nice girl, real fine. She was I say about 4 years younger than me at the time, but we went out. We went skating, came back, man. And as soon as I pulled up to, she lived in Dory Miller. I ain't know nothing about Dory Miller then. It was just another place to me. Okay? Come back, dude. This dude standing outside with this shotgun, this old musket. It must have been a musket or something. I don't know what it was, man. It was, but it was an old dude too, man. So I pulled up and he's like, he pointing right at the car. And I'm like, I'm saying every curse word I don't say now. And the girl was like, oh, that ain't nothing but Ralph, man. That ain't nothing but Ralph, put that gun down. Man, I thought you was my baby girl, you know, and I was getting ready to kill that motherfucker. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to die over a mistake right now. Okay.
Was it in that green Cutlass?
That wouldn't be the first time.
That Cutlass that you had, Greg.
I was in the green colors.
Yeah.
It was a Buick Skylark. What'd you say, Chris?
Yeah, I was about to say that was a Skylark.
Oh, it looked that's right. They looked alike
anyway.
Both of them Cutlass.
You say what, Chris?
That wouldn't have been the first time in the G, bro.
I'm just saying the next day, that dude was under arrest for killing some dude. Okay. I'm about to die. And she called me. She said, you know what, Greg? Somebody did take his daughter out and he killed him.
Damn.
Man, you think I ever went in Dory Miller again? Never. I ain't never been back. Well, no, I went one time because there was a time my son was like in the 7th grade, 8th grade. Okay. He just mouthed off one day. I said, okay, cool. You're a big boy now. You're a man now. Yeah. Okay, cool. I took him to Dory Miller, man. And I went in and dropped him off. And then I'm driving off and I'm crying because I'm like, my son get ready to die. Okay. So I he had his clothes. He was dressed real nice and proper. And you don't do that. Okay. And I went back at him, man. And he was crying and I was crying. And I'm like, man, I ain't gonna never drop you off no place again, son. I'm sorry. Okay. I did it several more times, but still, you know.
So let me ask you a quick question and just jump off subject real quick. What's up with DMX, man?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that before we left, man. You know, let's keep him in our prayers. You know, he.
So was it an overdose or a heart attack? Or both?
I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to say.
It was both.
Right, it was both, most definitely. He ain't never stopped that thing.
Really?
My thing
cleaned up.
My thing with DMX is he is not the demons. He got introduced it. Somebody gave him one of them the momos when he was like 12, 13. You know what I'm saying? Weed dip.
Damn.
Sprinkled with cocaine and shit. And it has been hooked on it ever since, bro.
Woo.
Yeah, he ain't never stopped.
Yeah, he's been hooked on that shit ever since, bro.
Well, this time I'm saying this time.
And you know, and the crazy part about it, it went from that to like dipping the whole.
What?
Joint. Yeah, it went from that because I mean, you know,
wet.
Starting so young, bro. You get immune to that shit soon.
Yeah,
you want a different kind of high. You know what I'm saying? And that's been DMX dark side, bro.
Let's just keep the man in our prayers, man. We don't know where this is going to end.
Yeah, right.
They had said that he had got off of life support, but his brain did. You know, I mean, for him, life is never going to be the same if he survives this. If he doesn't,
well, I just hit the net to see
him. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm just hoping.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that he keeps.
Like you said, if he pulled through, bro, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be the same, man.
No, he's not gonna be the same. But you know what? Like I said, this is my chance, man. We're gonna celebrate this man, regardless, the same way we celebrated him, you know, when he was here doing this thing, man. So, on that note, man, let's get out of here, man. I gotta.
All right.
Gotta play this before we go.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week we're great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
All right, peace.
Peace. Hey, OG, let me know how that is, man.
I got you. I'm most definitely gonna let you know.
My grandson had hair like that, man. Longer
my
than
son,
that.
My son got hair like that.
I'm talking about Mark's kid.
Yeah, Mark got hair like that too.
Yeah, Mark got white boy hair. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. All right, y'all. Maurice Bishop right there, man, from Nashville.
All right, bro.
Ujima just dipped. Chris Mills, always, brother. All right.
Always, bro.
We will see you guys.
All right, man.
DopelivenTV Live. We out.
Peace.